The Hoover Dam, a monumental undertaking. In the annals of American engineering, few projects loom as large as the Hoover Dam. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. The dam rose from the depths of Black Canyon during one of the nation's darkest hours. It was a beacon of hope amidst the Great Depression. The sheer scale of the project was unprecedented. It required feats of engineering that had never been attempted before. The Hoover Dam was more than just a construction project. It was a symbol of American resilience and innovation. The dam promised to harness the wild Colorado River. It would provide water and power to the arid Southwest. The project captured the public's imagination. It represented progress and the promise of a better future. Even today, the dam stands as an icon of American achievement. The decision to build the dam came after years of debate and planning. Floods had long plagued the lower Colorado River basin. The need for irrigation and flood control was clear, but the technical challenges were daunting. The site chosen was in a remote, inhospitable desert. Summer temperatures often soared above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The logistics of such an undertaking seemed almost impossible. Yet the government pressed forward with the project. It was to be the world's largest dam and hydroelectric plant. The construction would require new techniques and technologies. It would push the boundaries of what was possible in civil engineering. The Hoover Dam would become a proving ground for innovations that would shape the future of construction. Its completion would mark a turning point in America's ability to reshape its landscape and harness its natural resources. The construction of the Hoover Dam officially began on July 7, 1930, marking the start of this monumental undertaking. The timing of the Hoover Dam project could not have been more crucial. It began in 1931 as the Great Depression tightened its grip on America. Millions were out of work. Poverty and despair were widespread. The dam offered a lifeline to thousands of desperate men and their families. It promised steady work and a chance to be part of something monumental.
Workers flocked to the site from all corners of the country. They came by car, by train, and even on foot. The promise of a job, any job, was enough to draw them to the harsh desert environment. The project employed over 21,000 men at its peak. It provided not just wages, but a sense of purpose and pride. These workers built more than a dam. They built a community in the middle of nowhere.
The economic impact of the project rippled far beyond the construction site. It stimulated industries across the country. Steel mills in the east, lumber yards in the northwest, and cement plants in California all saw increased demand. The project injected millions of dollars into the economy at a time when it was desperately needed. It was a massive public works project that showcased the government's ability to create jobs and spur economic growth, but the work was not easy. Conditions at the dam site were brutal. The heat was relentless, the work dangerous. Men labored in tunnels deep underground and on precarious scaffolding high above the canyon floor. They faced the constant threat of rock slides, cave-ins and falls. Yet they persevered, driven by necessity and a sense of being part of something greater than themselves. The Hoover Dam became a symbol of the nation's ability to overcome adversity through hard work and determination. The Colorado River had long been both a blessing and a curse to the Southwest. Its waters were vital for agriculture and settlement, but its floods could be devastating. The river's flow was wildly unpredictable. In spring, melting snow from the Rockies could turn it into a raging torrent. By late summer, it might dwindle to a trickle. This volatility made it difficult to harness the river's potential. The Hoover Dam would change all that. It would create Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the United States at the time. This vast body of water would act as a buffer, smoothing out the river's seasonal fluctuations. It would store water during wet years to be used during dry ones. The dam would give humans unprecedented control over the Colorado River's flow. This control would have far-reaching benefits. Downstream farmers could count on a reliable water supply for irrigation. Cities could plan for steady growth, knowing their water needs would be met. The threat of catastrophic floods would be greatly reduced. The dam would transform the Southwest, making large-scale settlement and development possible in what had been a harsh and unforgiving landscape. But taming the Colorado was no easy task. The river's power was immense. At its peak, it could carry more than 300,000 cubic feet of water per second. The dam would have to withstand enormous pressure. It would need to be anchored securely to the canyon walls. The engineers had to devise new methods to divert the river during construction. They dug 4 massive tunnels through the canyon walls to carry the river around the dam site. This alone was a monumental feat of engineering. The construction of the Hoover Dam pushed the boundaries of engineering knowledge. It required solutions to problems that had never been encountered before. The sheer scale of the project demanded new approaches. Innovations born of necessity would go on to influence construction practices for decades to come. One of the biggest challenges was the concrete. The dam would require 3.25 million cubic yards of it. This was more than had ever been used in a single structure before. Pouring such a massive amount of concrete presented unique problems. If poured all at once, the concrete would have taken over 100 years to cool and cure. The heat generated by the curing process would have caused the dam to crack and fail. The solution was ingenious. The dam was built in interlocking blocks. Each block was only 5 feet high. Cooling pipes were embedded in the concrete to circulate river water and speed the cooling process. This allowed the concrete to be poured continuously. Work could proceed much faster than would otherwise have been possible. This technique became standard practice for large concrete structures. Another innovation was in the mix of the concrete itself. Engineers developed a special blend that would be strong enough to withstand the immense pressures it would face. They used a mix of cement, water, sand, and aggregate. The aggregate was carefully selected from rock quarried nearby. This ensured that the concrete would have the right properties. The result was a structure that has stood the test of time, still solid and strong after nearly a century. Section 5. The visionaries behind the project. The Hoover Dam was not just a triumph of engineering, it was also a triumph of vision and leadership. Many individuals played crucial roles in bringing the project to fruition, but 2 figures stand out for their contributions: Herbert Hoover and Frank Crowe.
My involvement with the dam predated my presidency. As Secretary of Commerce in the 1920s, I played a key role in negotiating the Colorado River Compact. This agreement between 7 states was crucial. It allocated the river's water and made the dam project possible. I saw the potential for the dam to transform the Southwest. I championed the project even before it was officially approved.
Hoover's support continued during his presidency. He signed the appropriation bill that funded the dam's construction in 1930. Although the dam was not completed until 1936, during Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration, Hoover's early advocacy was crucial. His name was eventually given to the dam, recognizing his pivotal role in its creation.
I saw the dam as more than just an engineering project. I viewed it as a way to demonstrate the power of American ingenuity and determination. In a time of economic hardship, the dam represented hope and progress. It showed that even in the depths of the Depression, America could still achieve great things.
Hoover's vision helped to rally support for the project, both in Congress and among the public. Section 6. Frank Crowe, the man who built the dam. If Herbert Hoover was the political force behind the Hoover Dam, Frank Crowe was its technical mastermind. Crowe was the chief engineer for 6 companies, the consortium that won the contract to build the dam. His experience and innovative thinking were crucial to the project's success.
I had a long history of dam building before taking on the Hoover Dam. I had worked on numerous projects for the Bureau of Reclamation. This experience gave me unique insights into the challenges of large-scale construction. I understood that the key to success would be speed and efficiency.
Crowe developed new techniques and systems to accelerate the work. One of Crowe's most significant innovations was the use of overhead cableways to deliver concrete. These cableways could transport huge buckets of concrete from the mixing plants to any point on the dam. This system allowed for rapid and precise placement of concrete. It was far more efficient than traditional methods. Crowe's system became a model for future large-scale construction projects.
I was known for my hands-on leadership style. I was often seen on the worksite, overseeing operations and solving problems. My ability to motivate workers and coordinate complex tasks was legendary.
Under Crowe's guidance, the dam was completed 2 years ahead of schedule. This was an extraordinary achievement given the project's scale and complexity. Crowe's leadership and technical expertise were instrumental in making the Hoover Dam a reality. Section 7. Hydroelectric power, lighting the Southwest. One of the primary purposes of the Hoover Dam was to generate hydroelectric power. This aspect of the project would have far-reaching effects on the development of the Southwest. The dam's power plant was a marvel of engineering in its own right. It housed the largest generators of their time. The potential for power generation was enormous. The dam could produce up to 2,080 megawatts of electricity. This was enough to supply hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses. The availability of this cheap, reliable power would transform the region. It would fuel industrial growth and urban expansion in cities like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Phoenix. The distribution of this power was a complex issue. The electricity generated at the dam was allocated to various states and municipalities. Nevada, Arizona, and California were the primary beneficiaries. But the power grid needed to be expanded to deliver this electricity. New transmission lines stretched across the desert, bringing power to distant cities. The impact of this abundant electricity cannot be overstated. It powered the growth of industries that would have been impossible without it. It allowed for the development of air conditioning, making the desert climate more bearable. The Hoover Dam's power plant played a crucial role in the rapid development of the American Southwest in the post-war years. It continues to be a vital source of clean, renewable energy today. Section 8. Irrigation and flood control benefits. While power generation was a key benefit of the Hoover Dam, its role in water management was equally important. The dam's ability to control the flow of the Colorado River had profound effects on agriculture and urban development in the Southwest. It transformed a region once plagued by unpredictable floods and droughts. The creation of Lake Mead behind the dam provided a massive reservoir of water. This allowed for consistent irrigation even during dry years. Farmers in the Imperial Valley of California and other agricultural areas could now rely on a steady water supply. This reliability led to a boom in agriculture. Crops that were once impossible to grow in the desert became commonplace. Flood control was another crucial benefit. Before the dam, the lower Colorado River was prone to devastating floods. These floods could wipe out farms and settlements. The dam's ability to regulate the river's flow put an end to this threat. Communities downstream could now develop without fear of catastrophic flooding. This security encouraged growth and investment in the region. The dam also allowed for more efficient use of the river's water. By storing water during wet periods, it could be released during dry times. This management system ensured a more consistent flow throughout the year. It allowed for better planning and use of water resources. The Hoover Dam became a model for water management projects around the world. Its success in balancing the needs of power generation, irrigation, and flood control was unprecedented. Section 9. The human cost lives lost in construction. While the Hoover Dam stands as a monument to human achievement, its construction came at a significant human cost. The official death toll for the project was 96 workers. But this number does not tell the full story. It doesn't include deaths from heat exhaustion or other illnesses related to the harsh working conditions. The work was incredibly dangerous. Men worked in extreme heat, often in precarious positions high above the canyon floor. Rock slides were a constant threat. The tunnels dug to divert the river were particularly hazardous. Carbon monoxide poisoning from gasoline-powered equipment claimed several lives. Falls from the canyon walls or into wet concrete were not uncommon.
The scale and speed of the project contributed to the dangers. Safety measures that are standard today were often overlooked in the rush to complete the dam. Workers faced pressure to work quickly, sometimes at the expense of caution. The remote location also meant that medical care was limited. Serious injuries could be fatal simply due to the time it took to reach a hospital. Despite these risks, men continued to flock to the project. The promise of steady work during the Depression outweighed the dangers for many. The workers who built the dam were aware of the risks they faced. They took pride in their work, knowing they were part of something historic. Their sacrifice is remembered today in memorials at the dam site. The Hoover Dam stands not just as an engineering marvel, but as a testament to the courage and determination of the workers who built it.
Section 10. Tourism and recreation at Lake Mead. The creation of Lake Mead behind the Hoover Dam had an unexpected benefit. It became a major recreation destination. The vast reservoir, covering 247 square miles when full, offered opportunities for boating, fishing and swimming in the middle of the desert. This new oasis quickly became a popular tourist attraction. The National Park Service recognized the area's potential early on.
Lake Mead National Recreation Area was established in 1936, even before the dam was fully operational. It was the first national recreation area in the United States. This designation helped to develop facilities and infrastructure for visitors. Marinas, campgrounds, and beaches were built around the lake's shores. Tourism at Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam has become a significant economic driver for the region. Millions of visitors come each year to see the dam and enjoy the lake. The dam itself offers tours that take visitors deep inside the structure. These tours provide a close-up look at the massive turbines and an understanding of how the dam works. The view from the top of the dam, looking out over Lake Mead, is breathtaking.
However, in recent years, drought has posed challenges for recreation on Lake Mead. Water levels have dropped significantly, exposing previously submerged landscapes. This has affected boating access in some areas. Despite these challenges, Lake Mead remains a popular destination. It continues to offer a unique blend of engineering marvel and natural beauty. The Hoover Dam and Lake Mead stand as reminders of how human intervention can create new opportunities for enjoyment of the natural world. Section 11. The Hoover Dam's enduring legacy. Nearly a century after its completion, the Hoover Dam continues to play a vital role in the American Southwest. Its impact extends far beyond its original purposes of flood control, irrigation, and power generation. The dam has become a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. It stands as a testament to what can be achieved when vision, engineering, and hard work come together. The dam's legacy can be seen in the thriving cities and productive farmlands of the Southwest. Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Los Angeles owe much of their growth to the water and power provided by the Hoover Dam. The agricultural bounty of California's Imperial Valley would not be possible without the dam's irrigation benefits. The dam's ability to control floods has allowed for safe development along the lower Colorado River.
In the realm of engineering, the Hoover Dam set new standards that influenced construction projects worldwide. The techniques developed to build the dam, from the concrete cooling system to the high-scalers who worked on the canyon walls, became models for future large-scale projects. The dam demonstrated what was possible with the right combination of planning, innovation, and execution.
Today, as we face new challenges related to climate change and water scarcity, the Hoover Dam remains relevant. It serves as both an example and a warning. It shows the potential of large infrastructure projects to reshape environments and economies, but it also reminds us of the need to balance human activity with environmental sustainability.